There was an American war submarine that heroically wiped out an entire Japanese naval formation, only to sink to the ocean floor and perish because of a technical failure, firing its own weapon back into itself. October 1944. Beneath the surface of the Taiwan Strait, war did not arrive with thunder or fire. It existed as pressure, darkness, and time slowly slipping away. Down here, there were no battle cries, no flags, no visible enemies, only steel walls, dim red lights, and the constant awareness that thousands of tons of water were pressing in from every direction. This was not a battlefield meant for heroes. It was a battlefield that rewarded silence, patience, and flawless machinery. And moving through that darkness was USS Tang. By the autumn of 1944, USS Tang was no ordinary submarine. It was one of the most lethal weapons the United States Navy had ever deployed beneath the sea. In just 5 patrols, Tang had sunk 33 Japanese ships, freighters, tankers, escorts, more than any other American submarine during the entire Second World War. Entire supply routes were disrupted. Convoys vanished from Japanese charts. To commanders on land, these were numbers that proved success. To the men aboard Tang, each sinking meant another night without sleep. Another reminder that every victory increased the enemy's determination to hunt them down. They knew that no submarine could remain lucky forever. Life aboard Tang was defined by confinement and routine. Sailors slept inches from torpedoes, ate beside humming machinery, and breathed air recycled again and again through steel lungs. The submarine smelled of oil, metal, sweat, and damp insulation. There was no privacy and no escape. Every sound mattered: the faint creak of the hull, the distant churn of propellers, the sharp echo of sonar pings slicing through the water. Even at rest, the ocean never let them forget where they were. Down here, one mistake, human or mechanical, was enough to end everything. On the night of October 24th, Tang was on her 5th patrol when sonar contacts appeared on the screen. Not one ship, not two. Multiple contacts moving together information. A Japanese naval group was passing through the area, unaware that a predator was already below them. Inside the control room, red battle lights illuminated familiar faces, men who had done this before. Men who understood exactly what was at stake. Orders were given quietly. There was no shouting, no excitement. In submarine warfare, calm was survival. In the torpedo room, sailors worked by muscle memory, securing Mark 18 electric torpedoes into their tubes, checking connections, trusting that the weapons would behave exactly as designed. Tang maneuvered closer. The distance closed to a dangerously short range, chosen deliberately to maximize the chance of a kill. Calculations were made, angles adjusted, and then the order came. The first torpedo was fired. It ran true. Moments later, the second followed. Above the surface, a Japanese ship erupted into flame, the explosion tearing through steel and fuel as fire reflected across the black water. Alarms sounded throughout the Japanese formation. Searchlights swept the sea. Chaos spread. Inside Tang, there was no celebration, only efficiency. Another target destroyed. Another mission step completed. Then something went wrong. In the sonar room, a return signal appeared that did not behave as expected. Instead of fading away after impact, the contact remained. Then it shifted. Slowly, unnaturally. A veteran sonar operator leaned closer to his screen, uncertainty tightening in his chest. The line was curving. The torpedo was not continuing forward. It was turning. It was coming back. This was every submariner's nightmare made real. A circular run. A rare but deadly malfunction in early electric torpedoes, where a weapon designed for silent precision lost its guidance and became indiscriminate. Loyal to no one, commands erupted through the control room. Helm orders were shouted. The submarine attempted an emergency turn. Engines straining as Tang tried to outrun its own torpedo. But the range was too close. The ocean allowed no margin for error. In the dark water behind the stern, the torpedo completed its fatal arc. The explosion that followed was not dramatic. It was efficient. Power failed instantly. Lights vanished. Machinery fell silent. USS Tang lost control and plunged stern first toward the seabed. falling like a wounded animal with no strength left to fight. The submarine struck the ocean floor at a depth of roughly 180 feet. Steel screamed. Dust and silt filled the water. Inside the shattered hull, survivors found themselves in absolute darkness, surrounded by twisted metal, leaking compartments, and the terrifying sound of water forcing its way inside. Oxygen was limited. Communication was gone. No distress signal reached the surface. No rescue ships were coming. For the men who remained alive, time had become their greatest enemy. And yet, they did not surrender. A decision was made, one that few submariners ever have to face. They would attempt escape from the bottom of the sea. The escape trunk was prepared with calm precision. Oxygen was rationed. Words were brief and deliberate. There were no speeches, no dramatic farewells. Each man understood the risks. They understood that the ocean does not forgive fear or hesitation. One by one, they entered the trunk and vanished upward into darkness. 13 men made it out of the wreck, for never reached the surface. The remaining 9 broke through the water into the night exhausted, injured, barely alive, only to be spotted by Japanese ships. Drawn to the explosions, their war did not end beneath the waves. It continued in captivity, far from home, carrying the weight of survival and loss. USS Tang never rose again. It remains on the seabed, a steel tomb sealed by pressure and time. There is no marker above it. No sound reaches it. Only darkness, cold, and silence. After the war, Tang's commander was awarded the Medal of Honor not simply for the number of ships sunk, but for what the submarine's story revealed about modern warfare. That courage often exists in silence, that victory is never clean, and that sometimes the deadliest enemy is not the one you are hunting, but a single failure in the machine you trust with your life. USS Tang was not defeated by the Japanese Navy. It was defeated by chance, by imperfect technology, by the unforgiving mathematics of underwater combat.